Hi guys! Welcome back to our YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm going to share with you how to fill out Form I-129F or Petition for Alien Fiancé. Now, before we start, let us check first the eligibility requirements for Fiance Visa or K1. You may be eligible to bring your fiancé to the United States on a Fiance Visa if you meet the following requirements. Number 1, the petitioner is a U.S. citizen. Number 2, the petitioner and the beneficiary intend to marry one another within 90 days of the beneficiary's admission to the United States on a K1 non-immigrant visa. Number 3, both the petitioner and the beneficiary are free or legally free to marry. And number 4, the beneficiary and the petitioner meet in person at least once or one time within the last 2-year period before they start filing for I-129F. Alright, just a disclaimer. So I am not in any way an immigration officer nor connected to any immigration group. All available content in this video tutorial is only for informational purposes. Information shared in this vlog and based only on the owner's personal experience. So the owner of this video highly recommends all viewers to make their own due diligence when conducting or research. Where to download Form I-129F or Petition for Fiancé. Simply go to uscis.gov website, and then when you open the form, go to the family-based forms, and then there's the first one here. You can find the link for the I-129F Petition for Alien Fiancé. Once you click the I-129F Petition for Alien Fiancé, and then if you go down, you can see the forms and document downloads. This is the Form I-129F in PDF format, and you can also click to download the instruction for the Form I-129F. You can see here that the expiration is the most recent. We have March 31, 2024, but the edition is based on March 21, 2022. Please take note also, guys, that when you print out this form, make sure that all the barcode below this part should be included when you print this document and this one. Now the step-by-step guide to fill out Form I-129F. And for today's video, I'm going to share with you how I filled out the Petition for Alien Fiancé or the Form I-129F. Let's begin. So we'll start here. You can see that there's start here, type or print in black ink only. So part 1 is information about you or the petitioner. Number 1 is being asked about the alien registration number or the A number if any. Sa amin guys, I put not applicable or NA because my petitioner is a US-born citizen. The second question is USCIS online account if any, put not applicable kung wala naman. US Social Security number if any, of course, dapat meron kayong nilalagay dito. And again, this is the information about your petitioner or the petitioner's US Social Security number. Select one box below to indicate the classification you are requesting for your beneficiary. So, since we are filing for Fiance Visa, we selected Fiance or K1 Visa. If you're applying or petitioning for your spouse, you select 4B or the spouse or K3 Visa. Number 5, if you are filing to classify your spouse as a K3, have you filled Form I-130? My answer to this is no, because we go through the K1 visa process. Next is your full name. The petitioner's full name is being asked, family name, given name, and a middle name. Next is the other names used. Okay. Provide all other names you have ever used, including aliases, maiden name, and nicknames. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 8 Additional Information. The Part 8 additional information can be found in the last part of this form. Next is your mailing address. Important that you provide the correct mailing address and the recent one. So, in care of name, we put blank. Provide the street number and name. You can put apartment number or floor number. Next is the city or town. State is Florida. Zip code. Zip code is the same as the postal code. Province. Country is USA. And then the next question is your current mailing address the same as your physical address? Answerable by yes or no. So we put no because this is our P.O. Box mailing address and we have a physical address that is different. If you answered no, provide your physical address in item numbers 9A to 9H. This is a continuation of Part 1 information about the petitioner. So, next is the address history of your petitioner. Provide your physical addresses for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your current address first if it is different from your mailing address in item numbers 8A and 8I. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 8 Additional Information. Physical address 1. So we just use number 1 as the street number and name. City is Kissimmee, and then state of Florida. And then we just go through the postal code. Important to fill out to provide the country is the USA. And the date from your resident start date. So date from January 1, 2010. Date to or I put present. That's for the physical address 1. Now let's move forward to the physical address 2 being asked here. Again, you can simply provide the street number or the house number, followed by the apartment number if applicable, city or town, state, don't forget, this is a drop down, and then the zip code is similar to your postal code, and then the country USA, and then date from. Since in the physical address, the date start is from January 1, 2010 up to present, my previous address or the physical address too would be date from December 31, 2009. Next is your petitioner's employment history. Provide your employment history for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your current employment first. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 8 Additional Information. Employer number 1, full name of employer, ABC Company. Number 3, city of Solon, state of, let's say, California. Okay. And then zip code, postal code, and then country USA. And what is your occupation? You have to be specific with the occupation in this company you work with. And the employment start date, for me, I put January 1, 2020. And the end date of employment is I put present. Employer 2, this is the employer number 2 of your petitioner. Once again, NBA Incorporated. Put the street number and name. Put the apartment number or floor. The city or town. State is California. Postal code. Country USA. And the occupation. And then, continuation of part 1 in page 3 is employment start date of your employer number 2, and then employment end date of your employer number 2. Next is the other information. Okay, so This is the information, again, this is the information of your petitioner. So, gender is male, date of birth, January 1, 1980. He was divorced, city of village of birth, and then place or province or state of birth, and then country of birth, USA. Okay? Next is the information about the parents of the petitioner. Okay? So, provide the parent one's information, family name first, given name or the first name, followed by the middle name, the date of birth of parent one, the gender of the parent one, if it's your father, country of birth, city, town, village of residence, and the country of residence. So, we put that USA. Next is the parents to information in this part. So, first is the family name of your mother, the given name, and the middle name. Provide also the date of birth, the gender, the country of birth of the petitioner's mom, the city or village of residence of your petitioner's mom, and the country of residence of your petitioner's mom. Alright? So, number 37, have you ever been previously married? This is a question to your petitioner. We answered yes. And then, if you answered yes, provide to item number 37, provide the names of each spouse and the date that each prior marriage ended in item numbers 38A to 39. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 8, Additional Information. So, we will provide the name of the previous spouse. Since my petitioner was divorced only once, I provided the last name of his previous wife, Santos Mary and Sia. The date marriage ended, let's say January 1, 2018. Okay? Now, your citizenship information or citizenship information of the petitioner, you are a U.S. citizen through select only one box from 40A, B, and C. So, we selected the birth in the United States. Or U.S. citizen parents or naturalization. And then 41 is, have you obtained a certificate of naturalization or a certificate of citizenship in your own name? And then we answered no because the petitioner was a U.S.-born citizen. If you answered yes to item number 41, complete item numbers 42A to 42C. So, page 4 na tayo, guys. This is still a continuation of Part 1 information about the petitioner. So, again, the 42A is asking for the certificate number. Once again, if you answered yes to, if you obtained a natural certificate of naturalization or certificate of citizenship in your own name, you are asked to provide the certificate number, the place of issuance, and the date of issuance. So, we answered not applicable. Additional information is question number 43. Have you ever filed for I-129F for any other beneficiary? We answered no. Now, if you answered yes to item 43, provide the responses to item number 44 to 46 for each previous beneficiary. If you need provide information more than one beneficiary, use the space provided in Part 8, Additional Information. Okay, so if you answered yes, you have to provide the alien number or the A number, provide the family name, the given name, the middle name, and the date of filing, or the NOAA 1 date of your previous petition. For question number 47, what action did USCIS take on Form I-129F? For example, Is it approved, denied, or revoked? And once again, we answered not applicable because this is our first petition. Do you have any children under 18 years of age? Again, this is a question to your petitioner. And we answered no because my petitioner does not have any children yet. Okay, let's proceed. If you answered yes to item number 48, provide the ages for your children under 18 years of age in item numbers 49A to 49B. Provide the ages of children under 18 years of age, and if you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 8 additional information. So under 49A, question number 49A is provide the age, and then 49B, provide another age of the next child. Okay, next is provide all U.S. states and foreign countries in which you have resided since your 18th birthday. So this is again information by the petitioner. So under residence 1, for example, 50A state is AR, meaning Arkansas, and the next is USA. Residence 2 is the state of Florida, and then the country is USA. We are done answering details or providing information about the petitioner. Now, let's proceed to part 2, or information about the beneficiary. Alright, so let's begin. So under part 2, provide the family name, the given name or the first name, and the middle name of your beneficiary. Provide if there is an alien number or a number if any. Provide the U.S. Social Security number if any. Provide the date of birth. For example, that's February 28, 1986. The date should be in this format, and you have to completely to follow the instruction carefully. So the date should be in this format: month first, followed by the date, and followed by the year. Okay? Next is question number 5 about the gender of the beneficiary. So female. The marital status of your beneficiary, I provided single. You can choose single, married, divorced, or widowed. Next is the beneficiary's city, town, village of birth. For example, I put Manila. And then the country of birth is Philippines, and the country of citizenship or nationality is Philippines as well. Alright. Next is provide the other names used by the beneficiary. So provide all other names you have ever used, including aliases, maiden name, and nicknames. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 8 additional information. Let us now proceed to Part 5 or page 5 under Part 2, information about the beneficiary. So provide the beneficiary's mailing address 11A to 11I. Provide the street number. If there is an apartment number or the floor number, provide the city or town, for example, San Andres. Provide the state or zip code. Provide the province name, for example, since the beneficiary is from the Philippines and lives in Manila, I put the province as Metro Manila. Provide the postal code, and the country is Philippines. Provide the beneficiary's address history. Provide your beneficiary's physical addresses for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your beneficiary's current address first. If it is different from the mailing address in item 11A and 11I, If you need extra space to complete this section, once again, you can fill out the Part 8 additional information page. First is the beneficiary's physical address 1. So, since the mailing address, if it's different to the one you put in item 11A and I, 11A and I is here. If the mailing address is different than this information in the first part, okay, so you can use this information and put another address. Okay, so let's start. So the physical address 1 is number 8. Manila is city town is Manila. The province is Metro Manila. The postal code. The country is the Philippines. Date from up to present. Let's proceed to the physical address 2 of the beneficiary. So as same, you have to provide the house number or the street number and name, apartment or the floor, the city or town, for example, Quezon. Provide the state if applicable, provide the province because this is Metro Manila, provide the zip code, and provide the country Philippines. Of course, you have to provide the date from and date to. Next is your beneficiary's employment history. Provide your employment history for the last 5 years, whether inside or outside the United States. Provide your current employment first. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 8 additional information. Beneficiary's employer 1. Okay? For example, provide the full name of employer, ABC Company. Street number and name or address of the company is 200. Makati City, Metro Manila is the province name and then the zip code. The country is the Philippines and the beneficiary's occupation to this company. For example, administrator. And then, employment start date and employment end date. Page 6 is a continuation or information about the beneficiary. Next, beneficiary's employer number 2. This is not applicable for us because the employer 1 is the only employer of the beneficiary in the last 5 years. So, that's why we did not or we all simply put not applicable to us. Next is the information about the beneficiary's parents. Parents 1 information, so we simply put the family name, the given name, and the middle name of the father, the date of birth, the gender, country is Philippines, city town is in Manila, and the country of residence is same, Philippines. And the parent to information is the parent or the mother's name. Family name of the mother, the given name or the first name, the middle name, the date of birth, the female as gender, country of birth is Philippines, city town of residence is in Manila, and country of residence is in the Philippines as well. After that is other information about your beneficiary. Okay? Has your beneficiary, question number 34, has your beneficiary ever been previously married? We answered no because the beneficiary has never been married and no kids, so we answered no. If you answered yes to item number 34, provide the names of each prior spouse and the date prior marriage ended in item number 35A to 36. If you need to provide information for more than one spouse, use the space provided in Part 8 or additional information. If you answered yes, you have to provide the family name, the first name, the middle name, the date marriage ended, if it applies to you. Question number 37. Has your beneficiary ever been in the United States? We answered no. And next question is, if your beneficiary is currently in the United States, complete item numbers 38A to 38H. Question for 38A. He or she last entered as A. For example, what type or she entered as A? For example, a visitor, a student, exchange alien, crewman, temporary worker, without inspection. So we answered for this is not applicable. You will only answer this if you answered yes to question number 37. Okay? And then you have to provide I-94 arrival departure record number. I-94 is for people who arrive in the United States. That's the immigration record document upon entering the country. Okay, if it applies to you, you have to provide the arrival departure record number. For us, it's not applicable. And the date of arrival, it's also can be found in the I-94 document. All right, so we're done with page 6. Now let's proceed to page 7 out of 13. Page 7 is still a continuation of the beneficiary's information. Number 38D is a continuation. Date authorized stay expired or will expire as shown in Form I-94 or I-95. Again, this is not applicable to us. You have to check your I-94 record if your fiancé or the beneficiary ever entered the United States. Provide the passport number, the travel document number, country of issuance for passport or travel document, and expiration date for passport or travel document. For us, again, this is not applicable. So for under 39, question about, does your beneficiary have any children? Okay, so we answered no. If you answered yes to question number 39, if the beneficiary have any children, provide the following information about each child. If you need to provide information for more than one child, use the space provided in Part 8 additional information. So, children of beneficiary, family name, given name of the child, middle name, the country of birth of the child, the date of birth, and for question number 43, does this child reside with your beneficiary? You have to answer yes or no. For us, it's not applicable and no or no. Next, if the child does not reside with your beneficiary, provide the child's physical address. So, provide the physical address of the child, provide the street number, the house number, and street name. Provide the city or town, the province, the postal code, the country. Next is the address in the United States where your beneficiary intends to live. Alright, so you have to provide the physical address or the address where the petitioner lives. Okay, so we provide the street number, house number or street name, city or town, state of Florida, for example, and provide the zip code and provide the daytime telephone number. Next is provide your beneficiary's physical address abroad. So provide the house number and street name, provide the city or town, the province as Metro Manila, postal code, country is Philippines, and the daytime telephone number or the Philippine number of the beneficiary under this address here. From question number 48, 47A to 48. Let's move forward to your beneficiary's name and address in his or her native alphabet. So we just answered not applicable to this. Page 8 is still information about the beneficiary. Question number 51. Is your fiancé or is your beneficiary related to you? We answered no. The choices are yes, no, NA or beneficiary is my spouse. Okay. Next, 52. Provide the nature and degree of relationship. For example, third cousin or maternal uncle. So, for us, it's not applicable. Question number 43 or 53 rather. Have you and your fiancé met in person during the 2 years immediately before filing this petition? You have to answer yes, no, and NA. This is one of the strict compliance to USCIS before filing for I-129F. You have to at least meet in person at least once, within the 2 years before you file the form or before you start filing the petition for the Fiance Visa. If you answered yes to item 53, describe the circumstances of your in-person meeting in item number 54. Attach evidence to demonstrate that you were in each other's physical presence during the required 2-year period. You have to provide supporting documents during your first in-person meeting, like pictures, receipts, plane tickets, hotel reservations, pictures with families and friends, and all other supporting documents that you can include when you filed for a fiancé visa. If you answered no, meaning if they did not meet yet in person when they filed this petition for alien fiancé, if the answer is no, explain your reasons for requesting an exemption from the in-person meeting in item number 54. Okay, 55, it's about international marriage broker information. Question 55 is, did you meet your beneficiary through the services of an IMB? You answered no. And if you answered yes to item number 55, provide the IMB's contact information and website below. In addition, attach a copy of the signed written consent form, the IMB obtained from your beneficiaries authorizing your beneficiary's contact information to be released to you. So for us, it's not applicable. If it applies to you, you have to answer 56, 57A, and 57B. Still in Part 8 or Page 8, provide the organization name of IMB, provide the website, the street number or the address of the IMB, provide the city or town, the province, the postal code, the country, and the daytime telephone number. Next is the consular processing information. Your beneficiary will apply for a visa abroad at the U.S. Embassy or U.S. Consulate at. This is very important, guys, that you have to answer 62A and 62B correctly and appropriately. You have to decide where they are going to send the approval or where is the interview gonna be held. So for us, we put the city town in Manila because the U.S. Embassy in the Philippines is in Manila and it should be the country Philippines. Please take note of that. Next is Part 3 or other information. So this is now the criminal information and the background check. So these are the criminal information requests that should be answered, yes or no. Please note that these criminal information questions must be answered even if your record were sealed, cleared, or if anyone, including a judge, law enforcement officer, or attorney, told you that you no longer have a record. If you need extra space to complete this section, use the space provided in Part 8 additional information. Number 1. Have you ever been subject to a temporary or permanent protection or restraining order, either civil or criminal? No is our answer. Have you ever been arrested or convicted of any of the following crimes? 2A. Domestic violence, sexual assault, child abuse, child neglect, dating violence, elder abuse, stalking, or attempt to commit any of these crimes. See Part 3, Other Information, item number 1 to 3C of the instructions for the full definition of the term domestic violence. We answered no as well. Continuation of Part 3 under page 9 is for answer question number 2B, answerable by yes or no. This is really long, guys. It will take a lot of time if we read this one-on-one. So do your own due diligence, and by reading all of these questions, if it applies to you, and provide information appropriately in Part 8 or Part 8 of additional information. Part 4, biographic information. Ethnicity, you have to select not Hispanic or Latino for me. The race, height, 5 feet 2 inches, weight is 115 pounds. Eye color is black, hair color is black. This is petitioner statement, contact information, declaration, certification, and signature. Note, read the penalty section of the form I-129F instructions before completing this part. Proceed tayo. Let's move forward. This is the petitioner statement. Select the box for either item number 1A or 1B. If applicable, select the box for item number 42. For 1A, you have to select if the petitioner, I can read and understand English, and I have read and understand every question and instruction on this petition and may answer to every question. Next is the petitioner's contact information. Okay, provide the petitioner's daytime telephone number, provide the petitioner's mobile telephone number, and the petitioner's email address, if any. Okay. Next is the petitioner's declaration and certification. I'm not going to read all of this, guys. Please read it carefully. And okay. Part of this, after you read the declaration and certification, followed by the petitioner's signature. Okay. So guys, this is another important requirement when filing for I-129F, is the petitioner must provide a signature. Must sign this petition form. It should be in wet sign, and it should provide also a date. If you miss this, if you miss signing this form, the petitioners out there, and you don't provide date, application or your filing will be rejected. So let's move forward. Part 6, page 10. Okay, so interpreters, contact information, certification, and signature. So since we did not use any service or we don't have an interpreter, we answered no or not applicable to us. If this applies to you guys, you provide the interpreter's family name, the given name, and the interpreter's business or organization name, where he works for. Next is we're now in page 11, still under Part 6, Interpreter's Contact Information, Continuation, Certification, and Signature. So provide the interpreter's contact information, daytime telephone number, mobile, and the email address. So for us, it's not applicable. Interpreter's certification, interpreter's signature if applicable. Once done, under Part 7, contact information, declaration, and signature of the person preparing this petition, if other than the petitioner. To provide the full name of the preparer, and followed by the preparer's mailing address. Next is preparer's contact information. For us, it's not applicable. The preparer's statement. Now we're down to page 12. And this is still under Part 7 is contact information, declaration, and signature of the person preparing this petition, if other than the petitioner. So this is continuation about the preparer's information. Preparer certification, so read through carefully the statement and provide the preparer's signature and date as well. I'm gonna show you guys what is Part 8 additional information. If you need extra space to provide any additional information within this petition, use the space below. If you need more space than what is provided, you may make copies of this page to complete and file with this petition or attach a separate sheet of paper. Type or print your name, and a number, if any, at the top of each sheet. Indicate the page number, part number, item number to which your answer refers, and sign and date each sheet as well. So for 1A to C, this you have to put the petitioner's family name here, given name of your petitioner, or the first name and the middle name, and then the alien number if applicable. How do you do it, guys? You have to, for example, under 3A and D, you have to identify, let's say page 3, let's say page 1, part number 1, item number, let's say A, 2A to 5D, for example. And then you have to explain further by supplementing additional information in this area. All right, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope this helps, and we'll see you guys again soon. Bye!